Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an HP laptop. This is an HP 240 model G9, and in this video I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up, service up, clean up your laptop, and you should be doing your own servicing once every year, depending how often you use it. If you're a heavy user, you should do it every 9 or 12 months at least. It's like having a car and you want to do a oil change depending how often you use the car. It's the same thing in here. This is not a benchmark test or anything like that. You can use whichever thermal paste you want. I'll put the recommended one in the video description. And people say, oh, why don't you go with the best of the best? You don't need to go with the best. Go with the normal thermal paste. As for this ones are perfectly fine and they don't over throttle at all. And they will last at least for 2 years. And even before 2 years, you have to open it up and clean the ventilation, the fan, everything like that. So pretty much ends up to the same thing. All right. So just remember, by repasting and cleaning your laptop, you're not changing anything in the configuration. Everything's going to be left the way you had it before. It's just simply cleaning and that's it. All right. First thing first, you want to power off the laptop. You want to flip it upside down. We're going to go over the tools. I'll be using iFix screwdriver set. You're going to use a Phillips number 1. If you get the Pro set, they'll give you opening tools, tweezers. If not, grab a guitar pick. A metal guitar picks are suitable to opening cases and cover. A curved or straight tweezers. And now we're going to remove 2 screws in the front end of the laptop. These are the short screws. And there's a hidden screws in here under the rubber feet right in here. So you want to put it right underneath here and lift it up and bring it up in 45-degree angle. You can remove that adhesive. That's a double-sided tape. Same thing in here. Remove it, 45-degree, bring it up. Now you want to remove the 3 screws on the back and 1 screw in the front row. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking that like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and supports the channel, and I can make more videos. Support the channel. So once we remove the screws, what you want to do, you want to grab your opening tool, in this case, a guitar pick. You want to open up the laptop, 45-degree angle. You want to stick it between the palm rest and the bottom cover, just like that. And then you want to twist it backward, and you want to hear those big click sounds. That's what you want to hear. You want to do that all around in the front and towards the side, towards the back corner. Do it once every couple of centimeters or every 1 centimeter, doesn't matter. You want to hear those big click sounds, right? And once you have the sides and the front, grab it, wiggle it around a little bit, and it will release the back clips. These clips usually, after a few years, they do break off and fall off. That's normal, these tiny clips. That's to just hold the case in place so it goes to the next station in the factory for the assembly to put the screws. The screws do the most of the job in here. All right, so down here we can see the heat sink right in here and the fan right over here. First thing first, we want to remove the battery. First, we're going to remove 4 screws on the battery on the side and at the back. And I'm going to show you all the tools and grab the battery from the neck and bring it up, put it to one side. I'm going to go over the tool number 1, 1 sheet of the workshop towel. It's very important to have. Second one is an isopropylic or isopropylic alcohol, 98% plus. Do not use any 75%, 98 or over. And the reason for the workshop towel is as soon as you put an alcohol over here, you try to clean the components, this will rip apart and will prevent damage on the component. That's why I always say use workshop towel. And after that, thermal paste. I'll be using an Arctic MX4. You can use MX6 if you want. And use a toothbrush, used or new toothbrush, to clean the fan system. First, we're going to disconnect the fan by pulling back this connector. I don't like yanking on the cable, so put your fingernails on the side of the jack and slide it back, so that way you don't damage the cables. Next, we want to remove 2 screws on the fan. There's a chrome screws beside the fan. There we go. Next, we want to make sure that it's loosened up. You can lift up the fan and pull it back. You can clean it up. If you put a good quality thermal paste, or you can put a TTM if you want to, or thermal grizzly, it will last 2-3 years with no problem. And every few months or every 6 months, open it up, remove the clogged up hair in here and clean up the fan and put it back on. So you don't have to remove the heatsink. But you do have to repaste it once at least every year, depending how often you use it. Remove the 4 screws that touches the heatsink on the CPU right here. These screws are the same size for the battery. And then grab it by the neck here and then pull it up. And we can see right over here the old thermal paste in here. To clean it up, we're going to put an alcohol right on top. And we're going to swipe over the CPU and it will clean it up. Put your 2 fingers at the back of the heatsink so you don't bend it. And just rub it off gently and clean it up. And use a dry part to do simple path. Make sure there's nothing on it. Next, grab your. The reason that there's a 2 die in here, one is the CPU die, second one is a PCH chip. That's in the different models. They are in a different location, but in this one they brought it on the same chip. So put it one line on the CPU and one tiny drop on the PCH chip right there. Next, what you want to do, you want to bring down the heatsink down. Make sure you clean up the heatsink with a toothbrush. It's nicely unopened, the air vent. Once you put it down, do not lift it up. You want to cross screw this one. Doesn't matter how you start. There's a numbers on it, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can do 2, 1, 3, 4. But as long as you cross screw them, that's what you need to do. So that way the thermal paste will evenly spread over the crystal die of the CPU and PCS chip. There we go. Once we have that one in, grab the fan that you cleaned up, push it down under the heatsink. Make sure it sits down flat. Put the 2 tiny screws for the fan and bring the connector for the fan and align it in there and just push it inside the connector. Make sure the cable stays right by the Wi-Fi right there. Grab the battery. There's a 2 holes in here. Make sure it goes, one of them goes through the pinhole and the other one exposes the screw hole. Bring it down and drop it down over the connector. Push down in here a little bit and then put the 4 screws over the battery. Just remember when you power on the laptop, because we remove the battery, it might take up to 15 seconds to show anything on the screen, and it will say that the CMOS or the date was reset. You don't have to do anything, just click OK and restart. It will go to the Windows, it will set the date and time automatically, so you don't have to do it manually. All right, we have the battery in there. I will power it on so you guys can see. So I'm gonna put this cover right on top. When I squeeze the side, the back in here, right there. And if you see any gap opening, you can pinch them together. First thing first, put the front 2 screws and then put the screws on the rubber feet and then put the rubber feet over. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out to do your own repaste cleaning for your HP 240 G9 model. If you have any question or request, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I always try to answer them as soon as I can. I'm just gonna finish up this one and put up the power it on so you guys can see it. The thermal paste everywhere. What you need to do here is to open it up and power it on. And to go to the BIOS, you press F10 so you can see the information on the laptop. See, because we disconnected the battery, it might take a little longer. I'm gonna wait, don't panic, and it will boot up. It says CMOS, check some invalid CMOS, will reset to default. Press enter to restart. Okay. Again, go to the BIOS. If I don't press anything, we'll go to the Windows, but I'll press BIOS so you guys can see that it does load up with no problem. And there we have it. 16 gig RAM, iCore 3, 12 Gen. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.